Welcome to the April edition of the Superintendent's Corner. I'm Dr. Mario Andrade with Assistant Superintendent Diane Santa. One of our goals is to bolster college and career readiness through building 21st century skills in our classrooms. Recently, we held a Professional Development Day. Ms. Santa, can you tell me a little bit about that day and what was the goal of the professional development?
Absolutely. We were happy that we had such a great day. We had K through 12 teachers and administrators together under one roof, all learning together. We offered participants a variety of choices to build our district vision of digital learning across all of our schools. So when we think about digital learning, we think about blended learning, which is a combination of face-to-face teaching and online learning. We also think about the 4 C's, which is students using critical thinking and problem solving to make decisions and solve problems and take action in a more efficient way through technology. We also think about effective communication to synthesize and transmit ideas in a variety of print and media formats. And also collaboration for students to work effectively with others and work through opposing views, to collaborate with teachers and peers, and to have access to state, national, and international experts on the content that they're studying. And lastly, creativity and innovation, to think in new and innovative ways through experiences and formats that cannot be accomplished through paper and pencil. So that's our goal with digital learning, and there are significant changes that need to take place in teaching and learning to accomplish this vision. The March 6th PD Day was a first step.
That all sounds really exciting. Can you tell me who organized the day?
Well, it was spearheaded by an advisory committee who helped to shape what the day would look like. And then we also had help from 2 consultants who are working with the district through the Rhode Island Fuse Fellowship Grant.
Great. Did you hear any feedback on the results?
We heard a lot of feedback, but first I'd like to take a minute and share some of the sessions that we were able to offer. We had over 20 sessions, thanks to the teachers who volunteered to teach them. And the sessions included Flipping Your Classroom with Michelle Da Silva, using live binders with Christine Hughes and Sarah Bogdan, developing a Weebly with Emily McCaffrey, using Naviance for college and career readiness, and that was led by the Mount Hope High Guidance Department. We had Intro to Twitter with Nicole Gallipo, Intro to Classroom Blogs with Keith Swift. It's a pretty long list, but a great list. Park Test Administration from our technology staff, Integrating an Eno Board and Document Camera by Mary Lou DeFreitas and Trish Minella. Web-based communication tools using Remind, which is an app that a lot of teachers are using, and that was by Caitlin Booth. Class Dojo by Arlene Vicelli, using Excel to score and analyze classroom assessment data by Leanne Beauregard, Online Research Tools and Techniques by Laura Cabral, Learning Web 2.0 Tools by Courtney Bosco and Carol Capadona, Excel Basics by Pam Oliveira, How to Set Up a Facebook Page for Your Class by Nancy Levy, Introduction to Nearpod, and Edmodo, and that was by Mary Arsenault. Intro to Kahoot by Brianna Pixcato and Linda Bruno. Using the Big Universe Online Library by Rachel Began and Mary Almeida. Creating and Using a Weebly Site by Chris Munzer and Christine Bean, almost done. And Formative Assessments in Blended Learning that was taught by Sylvia Stippett. She's one of our Fuse Fellows. And a blended learning keynote session that was attended by all of the Bristol Warren staff, and that was led by Jason Appel, the other Fuse Fellow that's been working with us. And lastly, we had Bring Your Own Device Challenges and Opportunities and Digital Citizenship Supporting Online Safety by you. And all of them were well received. We heard great feedback, and it was a great opportunity to really make the best use of the technology that we have in our schools. We're very lucky to have a lot of equipment. So this gave teachers an opportunity to go deeper with their level of use. And I just quickly want to share some of the feedback from teachers. So we heard that teachers responded that they enjoyed learning new ideas and tools that are meaningful for instruction and engaging students. This teacher said that they felt like I was at a conference that they had paid for. Another quote is, "It's extremely encouraging to realize how many of our colleagues are so skilled and knowledgeable in how to engage students in their learning and preparing them for life in the 21st century. Now we all have to be prepared to do this." I appreciate being able to choose the sessions that I wanted. Some were more applicable to my interests and content. I liked getting to learn all about the technologies that I've heard of but haven't had time or opportunity to explore. I enjoyed witnessing aha moments from my colleagues who have been nervous about using technology. I'm slightly technophobic, and it lessened my anxiety about using technology in the classroom. And in one morning, I created a website, a blog, a virtual bulletin board, and a newsletter page. So that was a very productive day. And I learned more than I expected today. The presentations were informative and very helpful. I loved the event from start to finish. So overall, we had great responses, and we were very pleased with the results and what we were able to offer teachers.
So it sounds like a great day, and I think it is our philosophy to build the knowledge and skills of our teachers before we hold our students accountable for those 21st century skills. So you can see teachers learning from teachers, and it creates that professional learning community. And just a word of caution for students moving forward. Teachers are getting the skills, they're catching up with you. You'll see it in your classroom. So thanks for all your hard work.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
On March 8, 2015, on its Professional Development Day, the district held its first annual Digital Learning Day. The day started at 8:15. The teachers then rotated through various speakers on digital learning. We documented this.
And so it was really a shift in culture in my classroom and in our school that happened pretty quickly. Another thing that I really
We started our day off in the auditorium where Jason Appel spoke on the flipping of classrooms and the recent shift towards digital teaching.
You could call this traditional, it's also new. The kids would watch a video of instruction at home, so that would be their homework, so that they're doing the homework, the hard problems, in class. So that a kid like Tyler could engage in the material in his own way, at his own pace. And one of the pushbacks that I've heard about digital learning and about putting kids more time on devices is they're already losing connections with people because they're spending so much time on their devices, right? And it was the biggest surprise for me when I started doing this. I got to know my kids so much better and so much faster because because they were using the device at home. I get to spend so much more of my class time actually talking to kids and working with kids. It made my classroom time so much more efficient that it actually had sort of the opposite effect of what you might have expected. And that was really kind of a nice surprise.
In the cafeteria, Dr. Andrade set groups up to discuss the challenges and opportunities of the implementation of bring your own device environments and digital citizenship.
In A building, teachers had the opportunity to get more familiar with Naviance, led by Ms. Copeland and Mrs. Ferreira. It was a general lesson and provided help with student recommendations.
In the library, Ms. Cabral shared online research tools and useful techniques.
So here, now their search term in Google, this is just a Google search box. They would then be able to click Google and it'll take them out there.
Through Twitter, so I got a little heads up that way before I actually got the text from like turn to 10, which is a nice use of using Twitter for sort of breaking news. So that's basically in a nutshell what it looks like. Those of you who are new.
Here, Ms. Galpo spoke on the benefits of teachers using Twitter.
So we can see Diane, she has her picture.
For me, it facilitates really fluid content. I put things up on a whim and take them down when they're done, and sort of store everything on the back end in Google Docs. But it's very easy using the interface to sort of drag and drop content right onto a web page and have the kids access.
Mr. Munzer and Miss Bean showed teachers their use of Weebly web pages and how to set one up.
So things that I do with it. So I can embed formative assessments and polls. Here's a snapshot of one we did just this week, where we made these little spaghetti cars and we were about to crash them. And so we had a little car show in class. They put all their cars out on the tables and we walked around.
To do, and this is what didn't happen with my Nearpod session. I'm introducing you to it. I would love for you guys to get to set up an account and get to play around with it at the end. So if you feel like I'm going fast, you can tell me to slow down, but I'm trying to.
In this presentation, the teachers were shown how to use and the advantages of Snapshot.
On your BYODs or whatever you brought, okay? I brought in a couple iPads for people to use. Does everybody have something to use?
4 clicks into our.
In A136, Miss Levy showed how to set up Facebook for parent resources.
So I put my schoolbox link right here. So a parent knows, oh great, I go to her Facebook page, all the stuff that I need basically to function is there. It's not 100%.
Sites. There are 2 for teachers and 2 for students. You've got a teacher site and a student site in the training center. You've got a teacher site and a student site in the live section. So obviously teachers will log into theirs, students will log into theirs. One of the biggest problems we've had so far this year is that I get a panic call that my kids can't log in because they're in the wrong site. Okay? So make sure you guys log into the teacher site and the kids log in.